Just prior to 4 a.m. this morning, Officer Robert German checked out with two individuals on a stop. Immediately, he called for officer assist and backup. The Orange County Sheriff's Office and the Orlando Police Department responded to that request. When those officers arrived on the scene, they found that Officer German had been shot. Officer German did not survive his wounds on this day. Shortly after the incident, the Sheriff's Office responded and set up a perimeter patrol. Sometime thereafter that, two individuals, a male and a female, were located just across the street from where Officer German was rescued, and they were found dead. Officer German had been with the police department for 5 years. He had just turned 31 years old. All he wanted to do was be a cop.
This story is so tragic on so many different levels, but I want to start here with Officer Robert German. His friends called him Robbie. Today, put to rest.
What I say here is on behalf of my family. Thank you so very much for all of your support in helping us, Robbie's family, get through this. Our son has been taken from us, from all of us, in an instant of tragic desperation, at a time in his life when he was so very happy.
Really a somber day, and it always is at any funeral. And when you talk about the funeral for a police officer, you think about the job that they sign up to do, and they put themselves in harm's way. Let me bring in Mike Brooks, HLN law enforcement analyst, and here's Officer Robbie, Robert German, and a difficult day for everyone involved.
You know, it never gets easy. Every time I hear this pipe, it really kind of breaks me up too, Vinny, and because I've lost 9 friends on the job, and heart goes out to you and his family.
As we take a look, Mike, you know, when you sign up to be a police officer, I mean, do you think about the risk? Do you understand it?
You know, you think about it, but if you're worried about what could happen to you every single day that you go out there, you know, you'd never step outside the patrol car. You never leave your house. But it takes a special kind of person. You know, a lot of cops take a beating all the time. Whenever something happens, we always come down to cops, we come down to firemen. But these are the ones that are keeping you safe every single day. You know, there are heroes at home. You look at him here with the little boy. I mean, you know, did he expect when he went out the door that day to get killed? Absolutely not. He had just come back off an injury. He was on desk duty. It was his 3rd day back. And it's just really sad. You know, every May 15th, it's Police Memorial Day, and we remember all the officers who were killed the previous year in the line of duty. And it's a very, very special day to me, a very, very special day to law enforcement whenever we have that Police Memorial Day at the U.S. Capitol and at the National Police Memorial in Washington, D.C.
What I'd like to do is take a listen to what the chief had to say. This is Chief David Ogden from Windermere Police Department. And Windermere, not the biggest police department, so this doesn't happen all the time with them. But here he is talking about Officer German.
Officer German was a good cop. He was one of the finest police officers that we had in this agency. He had just returned from light duty status from being off for almost 4 months. All he cared about was coming back to work and being a good cop.
You know, when I think about the loss and the impact it has, you know, we can see on the family the impact it's going to have there. What is the impact that it has on his fellow officers? That now, you know, the next day, they go to a funeral, they got to go out there and get back to work.
Exactly. And every day you come into that locker room and you look at where Robbie's locker used to be, they'll think about it. And that's what we want. We will never forget Robbie German. And that small department, Windermere Police Department, they will never, ever forget Robbie German. You know, whether it be 343 firefighters lost on 9/11, Vinny, or 1 officer lost in a small department, you know, officers, firefighters, we never forget. And I hope and pray that the citizens of Windermere and the citizens of the United States, wherever a law enforcement officer is killed in the line of duty, that they never forget.
Now, there's a couple of statements that were made. First of all, I want to read a statement from the Good family. Now, the Good family is the family of the young man suspected of being responsible for shooting and killing Officer German. And the Good family released this statement saying, "We cannot comprehend the senseless loss of Officer German's life, the death of Alexandria Hollinghurst, and for our family, the loss of our son, Brandon. Our deepest sympathy and our heartfelt prayers go out to the friends and family of Officer German. They will forever be in our prayers. We have no answers, only questions, whether mental illness, substance abuse, or something else. We are family searching." I want to read one more. This is from Tara Bors. This was the girlfriend of Officer German. "Robbie was one of the greatest men I've ever known. He stepped right in as a father figure to my daughter, and we remained amazing friends since I met him. He loved being a police officer, even knowing the risks involved. My daughter and I feel such a loss today and will love him forever." All right, it's been an issue since the beginning of mankind. Teenagers, you know, Romeo and Juliet, right? Star-crossed lovers, movies, television programs, now on social media. Teenagers making trouble when they get together. Their parents don't like the other child, right? And it causes problems, and it causes friction at home. And it's like it becomes the teenagers against the world. And I mean, it happens every day. It could be happening in your house right now. But in this case, with these two youngsters, Brandon Good and Alex Hollinghurst, you're talking about an 18-year-old and a 17-year-old, things totally got out of control to the point where they're suspected of killing an officer in cold blood and then killing themselves. Well, before any of this happened, there was an arrest involving drugs, court dates that were upcoming, and there were some notes that they wrote. Brandon Good wrote some notes. Let's first take a listen to them as read by my producers.
My plan is pretty simple. We steal a boat and sail down to Panama, which is a 4 to 6 day sail. We could live on the beach, just me and you forever, in our small little cozy house. I love you, Alex Good. I know Alex is the one. I will never feel the same for anyone else. Alex is all I think about, all I see, all I want. I have a ring picked out for her, and nothing is going to change my mind, especially not someone who is on their third wife. Not all men are the same, and there is a big difference between me and you. So there is no way you know or understand what I'm going through or how hard this is for me. To my loving parents, I am so sorry for all the pain and misery I have brought you both. Not just now, but from those past few years as well. I love you both so much, and I wish it didn't have to come to this. But because of my choices in life, this is how it has to be. I don't want to cause you any more pain. Please don't be sad. This is what I want now. I get to die peacefully with the woman I love, the woman of my dreams, my fiancée.
Now let's take a listen to the words of Alex Hollinghurst, as read by my producers.
I'm also very nervous for both of our court dates. I hope you get the chance for probation. I hope I get time. It'll be a mini vacation from my parents, and when I come back, I might be more grateful. Mom, I could write to you for days, but I know nothing would actually make a difference to you. You are much too ignorant and self-concerned to even attempt to listen or understand. Everyone knows that. If I had stayed another minute, I would have painted the walls and stained the carpets with my blood so you could clean it up. You are a waste of space, ignorant. I wish I was never born.
All right, let's bring in Dr. Tiff. Dr. Tiff, I want to focus on Alex Hollinghurst. She was a bright young woman, great student, meets this guy. This guy had some issues, and then we know what happened here.
Yeah.
This letter to her mother is, I mean, this is rough stuff from a 17-year-old. If I had stayed another minute, I would have painted the walls and stained the carpets with my blood.
And there's so many teen girls, especially, you know, we get a little hormonal, and I'm sure I took my mom through there a little bit, but never to this point. And this is someone, as you read just different pieces of her letter, you see that she's probably had conversations with her mom over and over again about how depressed she was feeling, about how suicidal she might have been feeling, and how alone she might have been feeling. That, coupled with the fact that she has this boyfriend who seems to be the only other person that understands her.
He understands me. He loves me.
Yeah.
You don't get it. You don't get it.
Exactly. How many times do we hear that?
But we hear that every day. How do we go from that, though, to, murdering a cop, to killing ourselves? And to me, that's the part that I don't understand.
Part that's really confusing.
This letter struck me, too. The plans, because they were making plans. This is what we're going to do on 10, 29, 14, and after. That's probably after they get out of juvie. Kiss a lot, go on dates, get McDonald's, get married, get tatted, buy a hookah, have a lot of woo-hoo, move states, get married, have a baby.
Yeah. Okay. So that feeling, that euphoric love that teenagers often get, that nobody understands, is us against the world, that's called limerence. Okay. And most of us go through that. It's a short-lived period. And most teenagers can't see the forest for the trees. They don't understand that the person you fall in love with in junior high is probably not the person that you're going to marry.
But it can be. But it can be.
It can be.
To my friend, Joe and Alyssa. Joe and Alyssa met in junior high. They're happily married today. They have like 20 kids.
God bless them.
Right.
I don't know how many of those there are out there.
Right.
And so I think this type of case just shows how strong that passion can be, and how they don't understand that life happens and it goes on, and maybe this person is the right now, but it's not the person that's going to be in your future.
And she signed everything Mrs.
Miss Good.
Mrs. Good. That's his last name, not hers.